Hey Pectus Warriors, in today's video I am going to run you through a yoga flow for pectus. So as you guys know, stretching, increasing your mobility, stretching the chest, stretching the hips, just for example, some key areas to loosen up is really fundamental when it comes to fixing pectus, because stretching them is a fundamental part for improving your posture. Improving your posture is a fundamental part for making your pectus less noticeable, or particularly improving pectus posture, which is the rounded shoulders and the anterior pelvic tilt. So in this yoga flow, we're going to focus on that, but also do some full body stretches too. Yoga is a great way to incorporate mindfulness, breath work, and great stretches. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. So firstly guys, I want you to just sit like I am here on your knees, and just like this, putting your weight back on your heels. Okay, you then should feel a bit of tension in your feet. That's good. We want to loosen up our feet and just sit here. And throughout this practice, what I want you guys to focus on is your breath. So slow breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, or you could just do nose breathing the whole time and be mindful of it. Keep it slow, keep it steady, and just do your best with these positions, okay? We all have different levels of mobility, and the important thing is not to get fixated on where you're at, but rather fixated on the journey and just doing the best you can do. So in this position here, we're going to go into a down dog. So we place 2 hands on the ground, feet back, and we're going to press with our arms straight, trying to lengthen up through our back, through our shoulders, get our head through as close to our chest. Now, my mobility is still not amazing, so if you can, try and have your legs straight, or if you can't, then have them bent like mine with bent knees and pushing through, opening up through your back, through your thoracic, feeling your hamstrings and your lower back also elongate. And we're just going to hold this for a minute. Now guys, remember, focus on your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Trying to get deeper into the stretch. We're going to do 3 more breaths. We're going to bring our feet up to our hands, and then from here we're going to bend over in a forward fold. Try and touch your toes with your feet straight if you can, getting as deep in the stretch as you can. You should feel this opening up. My hamstrings are really tight. It's important we stretch our whole body, not just the muscles for pectus. My stretching routines throughout the week are focused on them, but you should be adding in some hamstring stretches, some normal stretches just for every other muscle, your triceps, all of those muscles. It's an important thing to have loose muscles, good flexibility. Okay, so breathing into your forward fold. Then we're going to do a halfway lift back flat. Breathe out and fold. We're going to do that 3 more times and try and fold a little deeper each time. Halfway lift, in through the nose, breathe out and fold. Halfway lift, breathe out and fold. You should be feeling yourself loosening up each time. Halfway lift, and fold. Open up, hands all the way up to the sky, and bring your hands back down. Folding over to the mat, step back. We're going to go into a lizard stretch here, guys. So you got your 1 foot outside, 2 hands down, and we're just going to rock you around, little circles in our hips. Squeeze your glute, play around with it, whatever feels right. You should feel your left hip loosening up. So go deep, move forward into it, and move back, left and right. Just feel it opening up. I'm going to hold here for 3 breaths. Knee to the ground, and we're going to open up, big lunge. Keeping our back nice and straight, our core engaged, our glute engaged. That should make you feel it in your left hip more. And we're going to breathe for 3 breaths in this position. Try and not think about anything else other than just being centered and present in the now, in this stretching routine. Okay, swapping into down dog. Push through, and now transition. Left foot forward, lizard stretch. Again, moving around, do what feels good for you. Okay, when you feel like you're opening up that hip, you'll know. Oh, nice circles feels good for me. Keeping control of your breath. Oh, my right hip feels really tight, so I'm feeling this. 3 more breaths. Drop the knee. Come up, hands up. Oh, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core. Feel that hip flexor loosening. And breathe. Beautiful. Come back down into down dog. Press through. And now we're going to scoop through, do a few down dog to up dogs. So scooping through and up and back. Going to do this 3 times. Okay, now we're going to hold a plank with one of our hands just like this, keeping our core engaged. Yoga isn't just about stretching, it's also about core control, body control. Planks is a part of it. And also, for pectus, strengthening our core is a part of it. So just hold your plank for a little bit, not too long here. And now we're going to step left foot, right foot, and go into a squat. You're going to hold a nice deep squat here, and we're just going to hang out here. Okay. If your hips are loose enough, if you've been doing enough stretching, you should be able to get this deep in a squat. And in the program, when I program squats, you should be getting deep. You know, I see too many people squatting just to here. You want to be getting all the way down, nice and deep. Full range of motion is important. You get more opportunity to engage more muscle fibers. And when you work in full range of motion, you're also working your mobility at the same time. Later on in the program, if you guys are at later phases, you know, there's going to be plenty of overhead squats, really challenging Z press, challenging movements on your thoracic mobility. But this is challenging not only building muscle, but working your posture all at the same time. It's really effective. So hold this squat, be present in your breath. Okay, and from here, we're going to drop and we're going to stretch up into a reverse tabletop. Trying to keep your glutes engaged, body straight. You should feel this in your chest and your shoulders. Holding this position and breathing. Two more. All right, we're going to drop down and reach our hands back. Try and stretch out our chest a bit here. Roll from side to side if you need. Feel it in your chest, where it attaches to your shoulder, the anterior part of your shoulder. You should feel that really opening up. For me, this is quite intense. When you find a position challenging, guys, important to stay with your breath. Okay, that's what's going to help ground you. Okay, now we're transitioning onto our floor and we're going to hold a hip bridge, a glute bridge. Really important we develop our glutes for anterior tilt, and for general, they're the biggest muscles in our body. So we want to be working on them. That's why I have hip thrusts and other exercises in your posture routine. Okay, it's really important we work on them. So we're just going to hold this for 30 seconds, which should be about 5 slow breaths. Squeezing your glutes this whole time, guys. Actively thinking about them. Two more breaths. And now to spice it up, we're going to hold for 2-3 breaths on each side. Holding the bridge on that one side, trying to get as square up as you can. Swap legs. Good work, guys. Now we're going to do some lying twists. We're going to rotate over. Try and get your knee to the floor and keep your hand to the floor, or as best as you can. You should feel this loosening up your lower back. Again, an important part for anterior tilt. And at the same time, you should feel this opening up your chest. Especially if you're actively trying to force knee to the floor, hand to the floor. Staying with the breath, swapping to the other side. Oh, did you guys hear that on the audio? That was my back cracking. That feels good. 3 breaths. Great. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to rotate to our belly. And we're going to put our hand out straight and we're going to press with the other hand and rotate over to open up our chest. I'm going to hold this for 3 breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Swap sides, hand out straight. You should feel it in the hand, in the arm with the hand out straight. You should feel it around the shoulder, chest insertion there. And it's good to get a bit of thoracic rotation, just twisting in the body, open everything up. Predominantly it should be in that chest. 2 more breaths. Okay, now we're going to come onto our knees and we're going to go into a child's pose. So hands out straight. And here, what I want you to think about is actively thinking, getting your butt as low as you can. At the same time, fighting that and trying to get your hands out as far as you can. That's going to create a big, powerful stretch in your lats, opening up them, and also in your hips as you force your butt down too, opening up your entire posterior chain, and just focusing on your breath here. hold this for 5 breaths. Each exhale, feel like you're sinking deeper into that stretch. That's great. Now we're going to come up onto our 4s, and from here we're going to put up back into the lizard lunge, but this time we're going to add some rotation, doing the world's greatest stretch is what they call it. So we're going to come up, squeeze our glute, and we're going to rotate through, trying to get our elbow to the floor as best we can. For me, it's not that close because I've got more work to do, but you should have seen me before I started stretching. No mobility at all. I imagine for a lot of you, you're not even really getting any rotation here, but just focus on it, keeping your glute engaged, knee off the ground, and then we're going to rotate through and out, opening up our thoracic, our hips, all at the same time, and back down. Going to do this just 3 times. And push up into a down dog. Pedal out the legs a little bit. Open up the chest even more. And then step forward. And we'll do the world's greatest stretch on the other side. Rotating through and down, getting your elbow close to the floor. Glute engaged. And up and rotating. And back down. Keeping that glute engaged. Okay guys, hands back to the floor, feet back. We're going to go into a down dog one more time. Keeping awareness to the breath. It's easy to slip out of that, start thinking about something else. We want to stay grounded, we want to stay present. Rocking from side to side, just feeling that in your lower back and your hamstrings as you rock. Alright guys, and we're going to go back into our starting position on our knees, feeling our feet stretch out. And we're just going to sit here for 3 more breaths. Now guys, you can do this practice, or when it says yoga on the program, you can go to a yoga studio to do one. You can do it, you can incorporate it more into your routine. It's such a great thing for your body and for pectus. So definitely would recommend it. But to finish the practice, guys, we're just gonna lie down. And I want you to just lie and breathe and try and stay in stillness, in peace, staying present. And just big breaths. And just lie here for as long as you like. And try and fight it a little bit. The urge is often to, okay, we're done, get on with your day. Keep yourself distracted. Scroll social media, scroll this, check that. But in reality, what we should be trying to do more is slow it down and just be present, really present. People always say they're so busy, but then they manage to find all this time to watch TV, to play video games. You're not so busy, you know. Everyone has time, it's a matter of priorities. Are you prioritizing stretching, mindfulness, exercise, or are you prioritizing TV, games, social media, phones? What do you think is going to make you a happier, better, more wholeful person? There you guys. Just stay here for as long as you like. Now, if you're interested in signing up to my coaching, this is a yoga flow from the program that my clients will receive on a Sunday as part of their active recovery day. And if you are interested in signing up to the PectusPT program, getting access to more than just this yoga flow, the stretching routine throughout the week, the workout program, my coaching, then link is in the description. Click that link, book a call with me. Love to meet you and get you signed up. So anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.